Hi, my name is Anne. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to give my take on what I'm getting from a collective energy standpoint. I was not going to do this energy update tonight. I was actually going to put one out tomorrow, but for some reason I keep getting nudged to record this. And I have been getting a lot of various sorts of information coming through. Certainly very much related, I'm sure, to the Gemini, the Mercury and Gemini influence. The tricky part is trying to make sense of this and package it up in a way that is explainable. So I will do my best, because there is a message in here for some people that I hope reaches the right people. And what I'm getting is there is a certain amount of frustration, of belief versus disbelief. And it's this movement back and forth between believing in the knowing, the intuitive knowing, and the programming of disbelief that this is not true, or there's some untruths. There's just many different perspectives on what is actually happening, and it depends on what point of view you choose to take. So it's almost impossible to get a full collective read, because there's so many different points of view playing out, and there's this frustration and sort of impatience, and maybe some more the negative energy, which is sort of this game of the old programming that keeps kind of coming up, like the old stories are coming back, and they are coming into play and really causing us to stay in our mastering of knowing, of belief. And that has been just a big message that's coming through. So there's this whole sort of shadow still work. Well, shadow work is, when you really go inward and look at what is been needing to release, and it's going into the pain of maybe the past, and maybe even the pain of the realities of what is happening today. But the good news is that there's this whole, and maybe this is the key message that I'm being asked to get across, is that there's this whole positive energy that is existing, and I believe that this is collectively, for those who are watching this, you would be part of that collective, is that things are happening in a very positive way if you really take the time to acknowledge them and really see and appreciate them when they happen, because they are happening. Things are happening in very small steps, or what may seem in our perspective to be small steps, but because there are small steps by a large number of people, we're actually making great leaps. So there's this whole take time to really acknowledge the positive things that are happening in your life, because they're all building up. They're all helping us build up to this bigger collective energy of shift and change. There is such a huge amount of number synchronicities that have been coming through, for me anyway, that is undeniable. It has been unbelievable for the past few days. So sort of like there is this, I can feel some of the programming that is most likely playing out collectively. So as we all move through this process differently, there seems to be a large group of people that is working on the old programming of how things used to be. And there is, however, some positive news that is coming out in support of all of that work if you look closely. And what I get through is these number synchronicities are constant reminders that we are on the right track, that good things are happening, that manifestation is there. Even if it's small, things are manifesting in exactly the way they should be. The universe is supporting us. We are supported from the higher consciousness energy and from our higher self. There is this, remembrance of gratitude for what does come your way and what does come in, and this energy of harmony and celebration. Now that comes along with it, this action. So this healing and reprogramming ourselves and how we look at things, and the action towards perhaps your work or towards healing yourself. There has been a lot of action in that regard, and that's sort of the positive intent and the positive action that is necessary to really bring about this change. So, action really in terms of your thoughts and your actions aligning to your heart center. So although there is some of this heavier energy that is playing out, it's important to realize that we are supported, and we need to keep in our ability to be fluid and in the moment of what's happening, and not take everything down too far, because there is this really unbelievable change that is occurring. The change is a fact. There is no denial that it's permeating our every aspect of our lives. And it's coming through the cracks, and it's bringing us back into balance. And there's the divine feminine really coming into balance, the divine feminine energy really coming into balance, and standing in her own power, and healing the wounds, and standing in power, and balancing out the energies. So it's really having this viewpoint of radical acceptance, which I kind of love those two words together. It's, a quiet mind and a heart that's fulfilled and freedom and a belief in what we're moving towards, a true belief in what we're moving towards, because really it's such a good harmonic energy and place to be that, we're going to have to accept the fact that there is still work going on as we move through these waves and shifts, but it is very supported work. There has been, today, a really strong wave or frequency that came in quite heavily for me. So, and I can feel that there's this change occurring, and it's positive. It's very positive news. So we have to just, accept that if you're one of those people that is sensitive to those types of energies, and that's going to be a stronger point for you. If you're not, then remember that, your thoughts are important, and to continually work on, keeping them moving or keeping them in the right frame of mind whenever possible. Don't take things too seriously, because life is meant to be lived, and we're meant to be happy and prosperous. And to not be that way is sort of the programming that we are trying to remove, because it's in contrast to who we actually are. So I hope that resonated with some people anyway. It's just keep the faith, keep the belief. There's a lot going on right now behind the scenes, and there's a lot of people trying to grasp what's actually happening. And the truth is, we don't know it all, but it's all good. There is, it depends on how you want to look at it. All right. Thank you for listening. If this resonates, I would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you.